What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out LinealBoxing TV with Bertie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic. He even tell you about, I mean look, he got the best looking guy ever boxed, the best fighter power ever, right here.
Are you good to go?
Yeah, what are we talking about? Give me the heads up.
Bertie, LinealBoxing TV. We're at Guildford City Boxing Club. If you could just kindly introduce yourself to the camera.
Sure, my name's Cathy McAleer, I'm from Belfast. I'm a professional boxer and I fight under Kellie Maloney.
So, you're from Belfast. How did it come about you train at Guildford City Boxing Club? You're here for a week's camp, is that right?
Yeah, I'm here for a week with John Edwards. Kelly set it up. I've been training myself the whole way through COVID back home. You can only do so much on your own. You need pushed. And Kelly says, how do you fancy going out to John because he's got a couple of girls? And I says, would love to. So I booked the flights and came over. It's been good since.
How have you enjoyed it?
I've really enjoyed it. Working with John's been brilliant. Such an experienced coach. He's helping me technically. He's adding bits on. You learn something from every club you go to. And he's great to work with. He's so easy to work with. We're in 3 times a day. The train's been intense. So we were in this morning already. We've done 2 hours and then we came back. So in at 7, back at 11, and then I'll be back again at 6 tonight. And I'm really enjoying it. It's good.
I've videoed some of the session before. That looked a little bit brutal. I was wincing at some of them shots.
Some of the girls go for it, and that's female boxing. That's probably why it's up and coming and growing so fast. Is people are starting to realise that females can box as much as men, and they're probably a wee bit more feistier and they want to go for it. So yeah, so it's enjoyable fighting with a different kind of characters. You've got some will come aggressively and some will sit back unsure of you. And coming into a new club, and it's totally different for me. I'm coming on my own. You're walking into the unknown. You don't know who you're getting there with and who does what. So you've got to read that fighter within the first 10-15 seconds and then decide what way you're going to take the fight. And I suppose experience that helps a wee bit, but it's yeah, it's different.
Good learning experience, isn't it? You're always learning in there.
Yeah, massive learning, and that's what I like about putting myself out there and going to a different club or going to a different coach or sparring with somebody you don't know, so who's heavier, maybe bigger, taller, because you never know who the opponent is going to be in front of you, and you have to adapt quickly. So that's why I enjoy it. Put myself under pressure. You're going to be under pressure on the night, the fight, so it's the best way to do it.
Certainly is, and like you said, me and my friend, I've got to be truthful, because when women's boxing started coming out, I always remember Christy Martin. It was a little bit of a sort of like there wasn't too much quality in the fight. She was just going steamrolling people. Yeah. But now the standard of women's boxing, they're overtaking some of the men's fights. Just
I was
the quality in.
Like Katie Taylor, who's brought it through. She's really certainly done loads for female boxing. Nick Adams, so many big names now, and people are starting to realise, my goodness, they can box. And we're boxing, sparring men and women, so yeah, it's becoming huge, it's becoming popular, which is good. And
the talent just coming through as well, it's just getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
It's starting to grow. This last year, 2 years, it's really starting to grow. My background's karate, kickboxing, K1 and then into the boxing, and since I've come in it's just getting bigger and bigger. I've hit it at the right time, it's good.
Yeah. Obviously you had a kickboxing background. What's your sort of boxing background? Why did you transition?
So I started karate and I won 2 world titles in the karate, and then I transferred over to the kickboxing full contact, won a world title in the kickboxing full contact, and then I went professional K1, so I travelled the world professionally, fought for a world title, they called it a draw, and I waited for 3 years for a rematch, didn't get it, so there's no point. You know, I couldn't get the girl that was wanting to name, and for training for every day, you always have to have that wee golden name. So then decided I would step out. Whenever I stepped out, I was asked, why not try professional boxing, try and get a 4th title in a 4th sport. No one's done it. And I thought, okay, let's give it a go. So I got introduced with John Breen and we give it a go. And he says, I reckon you've got something here. And I says, okay, we'll give it a go. So from that, I contacted Kellie Maloney because I knew I needed a good manager. I needed someone strong that's going to give me the right fights at the right time. And Kellie took me on board. And I had my first fight underneath Kellie in Aston Villa just in February there, so it was a good win. So I've had 4 pro fights, and my next one is the 20th of November, first drive-through fight night. It's going to be different.
I was just saying, the first ever drive-through boxing fight.
Unbelievable,
That's,
isn't it? Times are changing.
But someone's thinking clever there, aren't they?
Yeah, very clever. You've got to move the time. And I think COVID's going to be around for a long time, and we need to adapt and move with it. It's going to be hard fighting whenever you're not walking out to a crowd. I'm used to the Irish support, and the following I have is unreal. In Aston Villa, I think there was like 150 came over with me.
Oh wow.
And you're walking out to nearly Belfast crowd behind you. So to come out and there not be a crowd is difficult for any fighter, I would say. It'd be difficult if you like that hype and that thrive in that energy, which I do. I thrive in pressure and the hype. I hate the walkout, as I'm dead or whatever I get in there, but I love the pressure, and then you perform better under that pressure. So it's going to be different. I don't know how it's going to work, if the ring is going to be outside, or the ring's going to be inside, or if the car's going to drive up and sit that ringside. I don't know. I don't know. I just found out yesterday.
Just go with the flow, I suppose.
I found out yesterday, got a fight and couldn't be happier. So yeah, it gives me a deadline, something to work towards now. So it's good.
And like you said, it's crazy times at the moment, but you do have to just go with the flow. You have to adapt, don't you? And especially with the Irish fans, probably the best fans in the world. Like not having them, it's good. Everything's just new, isn't it? But
since I put on Facebook yesterday that I had a fight, everybody was going, "Where is it? What's happening?" Because they all came to Aston Villa last time. So I put up as a drive-through, and they're all saying, "Wow, wonder will it be lockdown? Can we get through, or will we be locked down still?" Because in Belfast, before I just came out, they were all coffee shops, hairdressers, everything was closed. It was all back on, kind of like half lockdown. In South Ireland, everything's locked down. You're not allowed out 5 kilometres from your house or so on. So it's, you don't know what's going to happen from one week to the next.
Yeah.
You have to go with the flow. I could have sat at home and said I'm not coming, but thank God I did.
yeah, no, and it's a great experience here. I'm not adding this year to my age. I haven't used it, so.
Yeah, no, me neither.
But no, it's great you come over, and obviously it sounds like you've got loads of support behind you.
Yeah, no, I do indeed. They're good.
And obviously having Kellie Maloney, there's
Kellie's
not anything she doesn't know about boxing.
Yeah, she's been around for years, and her story and her life and her passion's boxing, and it's great to hear some of her stories. It's unreal. She has even phoned me there after sparring to find out what's going on, so I'll give her a call back. She knows I'm coming on my own. She goes, "You're going to do the unknown, no one's with you." I said, "That's okay, I'm used to that, that's alright." So she's great support network. And Joe Dunbar, who's my sports physiologist, he's also on the phone constantly too, making sure, how's your weight, how's this, how's that. They've been great during lockdown, so the support means a lot.
Yeah, what an experience just to get phone calls off someone like Kellie straight after, like.
Yeah, she's great, and her knowledge, and if I can feed off some of that knowledge and experience, you know.
I don't think there's nothing that she couldn't be an experience of.
No.
There's a good film in there somewhere about Kellie, isn't there?
100%. I think there is a few actually happening as we speak. There's a couple of different ones going on.
Yeah.
It's just such a journey, it's such a story to tell. And
they say in boxing, nothing, don't be shocked by anything. That actually really did shock me. That was one of those. I thought, wow,
yeah, unbelievable.
What a character that is.
To manage Lennox Lewis to a world heavyweight title and then have the guts to fulfill her own journey is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it is, yeah, it's unreal.
And I'm so glad that she's come back into boxing, because she had too much not to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually was sitting at home and I had first load of fights, and I had cancellation, then I had a couple of fights in local clubs, and I thought, I'm past this, you know, I've done this, I have 3 world titles, I either want the big fights or nothing. So I sat and I thought, who am I going to contact? So I contacted a few, didn't get any feedback, didn't even get a response.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my goodness, there was a cooking programme there, she was on it, can't cook, or ready steady cook or something. And I thought, biggest promoter in the world, and I used to follow and watch as a kid, and coming out in the Union Jack suit.
Yeah, that's
right.
So head to head with Don King.
I sent a tweet in my bed one night, I think it was about 11:30 at night, and says, "My name's Cathy McAleer, 3 world titles. What's the chances you'll give me a bit of help and direction? I need some help and guidance where to go." And then I got this message back, phoned me, and near dropped. I thought, wow, great. And I actually was at the Katie Taylor fight, and my phone rang, and that was the first phone call. She phoned me while I was at the boxing. Katie Taylor was about to come out, and I said, she says, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm at the boxing, can I phone you afterwards?" And then the conversation flowed then afterwards, and she says, "Give me 48 hours, I'll have a think about it." And she took me on, so it's been going good so far, and it's like I said, I've known her all my life. You get on so easy, so I do, so she's easy to get on with.
Yeah,
which is good.
Really, really good. So your next fight, drive-through?
Drive-through the 20th of November, so it should be different and gives you something good to work towards. I'm looking forward to it, yeah, it should be good.
And it must be lovely to finish this year, which has been so up and down, on an actual fight, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had 2 cancellations so far. I was meant to fight Halloween night. It was meant to fight, I fought in February. I was meant to fight in April. I was meant to fight in June. So there's been a few where you're training hard, you're cutting weight, you're sacrificing daily life, and all of a sudden it gets cancelled, and you spend quite a lot of money travelling, accommodation, putting into the training, and then all of a sudden you get that call, say it's off. It's like, and you either keep going or you stop. It's only that person makes the decision, you know. And thankfully, finally, we've got a fight. So hopefully it all happens.
It's a testament to you coming out of your comfort zone, coming over here on your own, and
yeah, that's it. I've been to a couple other clubs. I've been to Swindon. It's a great experience.
Was that Paddy's gym, was it?
Richard Fern.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was out with Richard and Millie. Did a week with them. Just give me some sparring, basically, and basically get into a club, try something different. And then I got the contact to St John, come out and see John. So no doubt I'll go back home and I'll come back out again and get more training before the fight.
Lovely.
It's good to train with girls and other people that are doing similar. It's good. Similar weight too.
Yeah.
Which is handy.
Well, exciting. Well, I wish you all the best for your fights. Anything you want to finish on at all? Anyone?
No, nothing at all. I suppose the only thing for me is the sponsor. It's for women. Without the sponsors, you never get the opportunity. And I've got a couple of great sponsors. That's for women are my main sponsor, and then GMB and Carbon Claw. So it's amazing to have them behind me, even during tough times like COVID.
Yeah. Well, thanks to them, because they really do keep you going, don't they?
Yeah. Without them.
A lot of people don't realise the amount of work you're putting in.
Especially now you have no ticket sales, there's no crowd. You need the sponsors to support you to get you through this period of time. Yeah, hopefully then that'll get back to a bit of normality.
Yeah, well, really enjoyed watching you spar. You certainly look sharp, so all the best to your fight.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We're getting there. We're getting there. So shake off the ring rust from February, and then that's kind of the first kind of spar in from February. So it helps you shake off the rust and get your distance and timing, because that's the main thing you lose, is the distance, time and sharpness. It's okay hitting pads, but put someone in a ring, it's a different story.
Pads don't hit back, do they?
Pads don't hit back, that's it. It's a different story, and you get that foot movement and what angle, what position to be at and where you are. And that's all I'm doing, is finding my way. I'm not into, you know, beat someone or anything. You just get in to find your way, what I need to do, where am I, how's my breathing, how's my distance, how's my timing, are my shots accurate, and then you can kind of gauge up from there what you need to do for the next couple of weeks.
Lovely. Well, wish you all the best, and we'll watch you journey.
Yeah, thanks so much.